Two. All right, we're live. We're live from New York City, um, right near Long Island, on the border of New York City and Long Island over here. And I like to say that this New York Mets team, they are so bad. They are a disaster. They are horrendous, um, in every way. I mean, losing 12 in a row. You in the MLB. If you're so bad, in 10 games, the bad teams fall, get two wins. They somehow, like a broken clock is right twice a day. You That's what it is. That's what baseball is with the bad teams. You're a bad team, you win like 65, 70 games out of 162. You're winning once every 10 games at least. And the Mets they lost 9 in a row. Um, they they're so bad. And then they finally win again. They actually won two straight against a bad Twins team. But where they lose 11 games in a row, and they come home back from a road trip, and you're like, okay, fine, they're gonna come back, and they're gonna play three teams that are that don't are not expected to be good. They can surprise people, but not expected to be good. They play the Twins, Rockies, and Nationals. They lose to the Twins in the first game, and then they beat the Twins, so they won 2 out of 3 against the Twins. And then the Rockies, they lose 2 out of 3, and they lose 2 out of 3 to the Nationals, who were bad too. Guys, this is a bad baseball team, and everybody's calling for Mendoza's job, and everybody knows Mendoza is not the main fault here, the main culprit here. But at the same time, you gotta do something to be like, this is unacceptable. And the Mets have not done anything to show that this is unacceptable. Um, they put their pitcher, who's been struggling, who's been terrible, on the IR, the IL they call it now. Um, it's insane. This is a bad um this is a bad baseball team, over any stretch of the imagination. This is a very horrendous team, and it looks like their manager, any day, is going to go. He could be, as we talk, he could be fired, or he. But if he keeps going, and like they're losing series, I don't understand the Mets right now. Like, there's no consequences to anything, and I understand it's not a. I'm not saying it should be a standard like the Yankees, which I always have in this thing, but they're all their free agents. They paid guys. They're not paying guys too many years. When the Pete Alonso thing happened, I didn't understand it, because I think 5 years is not that long in baseball at all. It was more or less, so he's struggling now, and everybody's saying stuff like that. I'm not looking at it um, from that standpoint, because it was more of like, he was a hometown Met, and he was still good, and he still had years ahead of him. And let's say he had 3 bad years, you had 2 good years, it's worth it in baseball, because it's the only sport you could do that. It's just it's just pathetic, honestly. They're they're terrible. And I think, honestly, their owner, just because you spend money doesn't mean you're good. You gotta Yes, there was the Lindor and the Soto contracts, but everything is short term with the other guys. Yes, he's spending money, but I have to say this. I'm not going to say he's cheap, because I do have a video that I said he's. I don't know why you call the guy cheap. He's not cheap. What he is he doesn't take. I guess maybe the hedge fund, how the trade works, but I guess hedge funds are investing, depends on what lot size, and is he more of a short term trader, long term trader? He's on the minute trade. I don't know, but I don't know what he does. It's none of my business what his hedge fund does. But he's more of this 2 3 year contracts, not these 5 to 10 year contracts, except besides Soto and Lindor. And I have to say it's pretty much pathetic. New York Mets are an embarrassment, a freaking embarrassment of a franchise. That's all I got to say in all sense of the word, in all sense of imagination. They are pathetic, and that's all I got to say about that. And managers are getting fired. Rob Thompson, Philly makes sense. So does Alex Cora, but everybody loves Alex Cora. He could do no wrong, but the media just they love these. They just love to just have these things for people, even though when they're cheaters like Alex Cora, they just say, "Oh, they're a good baseball guy. He's good. I don't know what good job he's done, especially since he came back." Um, yeah, is what it is. The media, including sports as well. It's like whoever the media decides to like, they like forever, and this is how it is. Yeah, that's all I got to say about the Mets. I mean, they're just a bad baseball team. There's nothing good about them, like nothing. Um, Everybody's gonna pick out this one thing here or there. They're bad. Uh, who else? Who's on live? Who's here? Anybody in the chat? What do you want to talk about? Anything good related? The Knicks, as we speak, are blowing out the Hawks. With hopefully this series can move on to the next series for the Knicks. And I'll say this about the Knicks: I don't think it was good to go long distance these series, even though it did. This series won 6 games, but hopefully they could rest in the third and fourth quarter, most of the third and all the whole fourth. And Boston has a game 6 too, so they're going to be playing a team that's just, I think, the same, most likely, or maybe less rest than the Knicks. So it's not going to make a difference as far as the first round. And they're going to play in the conference finals against a team that is not going to, most likely, is not going to have a ton of rest either. So at the end of the day, I got to give credit. I got to say that the Knicks, the thing is, it might affect them in years down the line, like giving the other teams confidence. And I don't think they've given the Hawks so much confidence after blowing them out the last 2 games, um, like they did Detroit last year. Which obviously Detroit is down 3-2 right now, and Orlando, every time they beat Orlando, it's a close game, and Orlando beats them like handily the other games. But at the same time, I have to say that I believe, especially when you're playing a young team, you can't give them so much confidence. You have to realize that that team is a future team. So I don't think they've given Atlanta enough confidence going into next season because they blew them out the last 2 games. Like, crushed them. On the other thing, was San Antonio versus OKC. No, it's not going to be San Antonio OKC because it's the 1 seed and the 2 seed. What it looks like, we're bound to have a conference finals with San Antonio OKC. I'll say this: San Antonio. I think Victor Wembanyama was already the best player, and SGA is right there. Enough of this Nikola Jokic um, craziness about him being the best still. Like, stop. He's a very good player. And Giannis, it's like, no, they're not. These things happen fast, quick, snap of the finger. You're the best player one year, the next, you're not. And Wembanyama looks like he's going to have the crown as long as he's healthy for the next multiple years. It looks like a LeBron, Michael Jordan, some years of Kobe, but it was a LeBron, Michael Jordan of like, yeah, he's the best for like 10 years, or he's right behind. He's 1B, and one year here or there, he's 1B. He is the best he's going to be. This guy's insane. This guy blocks everything. He's too tall to throw a shot over. He's uh he's um he's too skilled to stop. He's too big to block the shots, obviously, and he moves too fast. His feet move too fast that it's impossible to score on him. Basically, you have to like your shot has to be like on fire to score on him, or else you're not going to the paint against this dude. Like he's Bill Russell. He's literally Bill Russell, but he's 7'4", so it's even crazier. Think about it. Um, for the people asking about my shirt, no compré esta camiseta en la República Dominicana. Me encanta mi camiseta. Camiseta es mi remera. Es linda, me gusta mucho. Yes, I like the shirt. I like the flag and very much respect the country. Obviously, I respect the United States a lot too, and I have a United States shirt, guys. I really am a big fan of the United States as well. Shout out to the United States. Anything else today? Not much. Not much going on. See you. Have a good one, guys.